Have you ever wondered what it takes to explore the final frontier? In today's episode, we dive into the latest developments in space exploration that are pushing the boundaries of what we know and can achieve. From the ongoing saga of the Boeing Starliner and its mission delays to the groundbreaking engine tests by Stoke Space, and even a thrilling update on the legendary Voyager 1, there's so much happening beyond our planet. Plus, NASA's quest to bring Martian samples back to Earth takes an unexpected turn. Get ready for a journey through the cosmos as we uncover the stories shaping the future of space travel. Let's get started. The Boeing Starliner, known for its multiple launch delays, is now facing landing delays. The latest update indicates that Starliner will bring astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams back from the ISS no earlier than June 26th. Initially set for June 13th, the departure date was pushed to the 18th, then the 22nd, and now the 26th, as confirmed by NASA and Boeing in a recent press conference. Starliner is reportedly able to stay docked to the ISS for up to 45 days in its current condition. The spacecraft's approach to the ISS was delayed by over an hour due to 5 offline thrusters during different stages of the maneuvering process. This problem could have prevented a successful docking, but Boeing engineers managed to reactivate 4 of the malfunctioning thrusters to complete the mission. What's going on with Starliner? During its journey from Earth to the ISS, it experienced several system malfunctions, with the most concerning being the intermittent failure of some reaction control thrusters. The approach was delayed by over an hour as 5 thrusters were offline during various phases. This issue could have prevented docking, but Boeing engineers managed to get 4 thrusters working again to finish the mission. Interestingly, the same thrusters had issues during Starliner's second uncrewed test flight in 2022. Steve Stick, NASA's Commercial Crew Program Manager, stated that we don't understand quite why they're happening. The problem seems to be software-related rather than hardware, with the onboard computer reading the thrusters as underperforming and shutting them down as a precaution. It turns out this precaution might be a bit too conservative, though in space travel, caution is critical. Adding to the complications, Starliner also faced helium gas leakage issues. Even after docking at the ISS, leaks were detected, totaling 5 for this mission. Helium, being the second lightest element, tends to escape even the best-made seals. Despite this, NASA has assured that Starliner has sufficient helium to return safely to Earth. Helium is crucial for maintaining pressurization, keeping the vehicle strong and rigid. The initial return delay was due to a scheduling conflict with an ISS spacewalk, which was then postponed because of a spacesuit issue. Since neither event could proceed, Boeing opted to extend the wait and conduct additional testing on the vehicle. This delay has a silver lining. Starliner will conduct a hot fire test of its aft-facing thrusters, firing 7 of the 8 thrusters in 2 pulses totaling about 1 second. This test aims to demonstrate the spacecraft's performance when docked for future 6-month missions. Other planned activities include cabin air temperature measurements, tests on the spacecraft hatch and forward window, and a safe haven test simulating an emergency evacuation of the space station with 4 people crammed into the capsule. Starliner can hold up to 7 people if necessary. The goal is for Starliner to fly 1 mission to the ISS annually, remaining docked for 6 months at a time. There's no indication Starliner will face issues returning to Earth. Steve Stick mentioned the new delay is to give our team a little more time to look at the data, to do some analysis, and to make sure that we're really ready to come home. Despite some hiccups, this mission has likely been satisfactory enough for NASA to consider adding a second crewed vehicle to their lineup, alongside the SpaceX Dragon, with Sierra Space Dream Chaser potentially joining soon. Look out for future updates, and safe travels to Butch and Suni. Stay updated with the latest space news by subscribing to the Space Race newsletter. Get all the important updates delivered weekly in an easy-to-read format. Click the link in the description or visit www.thepace.nu to sign up. NASA's Mars sample return mission has hit a roadblock and is back to the drawing board, searching for a new solution to bring home the valuable Martian soil collected by the Perseverance rover from the Jezero crater. This basin, where the rover has been exploring for the past 3 years, was once home to flowing water billions of years ago and might have hosted basic forms of Martian life. The material gathered by Perseverance is historically significant, even without fossilized bacteria, though finding such evidence would be groundbreaking. However, there's a significant issue. The pristine samples are waiting on Mars, and there's currently no solid plan to bring them to Earth. NASA initially had a plan, but admitted recently that funding isn't sufficient to complete the mission within a reasonable time frame. The lack of funding is a major hurdle, and instead of battling with politicians, NASA is turning to the private sector for help. This new trend in space exploration isn't entirely bad, as it fosters innovation. NASA is seeking cost-effective and rapid methods to retrieve these samples. This effort includes 3 internal studies by NASA and the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory. Additionally, NASA has chosen 7 commercial partners for fixed-price contracts up to $1.5 million to conduct their own 90-day studies. After these studies, NASA will integrate the best proposals into the sample return mission architecture. Among the American spaceflight giants, Lockheed Martin, Aerojet Rocketdyne, and Northrop Grumman each have detailed plans. SpaceX aims to enable Mars sample return with Starship, while Blue Origin's proposal involves leveraging Artemis for the mission. A newcomer, Quantum Space, has proposed the Quantum Anchor Leg Mars sample return study. We'll have to wait 3 months to see their innovative solutions, and that's something exciting to look forward to. Instead of battling politicians for funding, NASA is turning to the private sector for assistance once more. This shift toward private partnerships in space exploration is becoming the norm, and it brings a mix of challenges and opportunities. Currently, the plan is to collaborate and brainstorm innovative solutions to bring these Martian samples home efficiently and affordably. NASA is calling for proposals on the most cost-effective and rapid methods to retrieve the samples. This initiative includes 3 internal studies by NASA and the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory. Additionally, NASA has awarded fixed-price contracts up to $1.5 million to 7 commercial partners for their own 90-day studies. After these studies, NASA will integrate the best ideas into the sample return mission framework. The big names in American spaceflight are all involved. Lockheed Martin, Aerojet Rocketdyne, and Northrop Grumman each have detailed plans. SpaceX is proposing to use their Starship for the Mars sample return mission. Blue Origin is contributing with a plan called Leveraging Artemis for Mars sample return. A newcomer, Quantum Space, has proposed the Quantum Anchor Leg Mars sample return study. We'll need to wait 3 months to see their innovative solutions, and that's definitely something exciting on the horizon. In other news, Voyager 1 is back online. NASA confirms that the nearly 50-year-old spacecraft is once again sending science data after a computer malfunction last November. The 4 remaining scientific instruments on Voyager 1 are measuring plasma waves, magnetic fields, and particles in interstellar space. The probe is currently traveling between the outer edge of our solar system and the Oort cloud, a sphere of material surrounding it. Although it will take another 300 years for Voyager 1 to reach the Oort cloud, its journey is still significant. Let's talk about the emergency fix. When Voyager started transmitting garbled data in November 2023, NASA formed a Tiger team of engineers to solve the problem. They discovered that a corrupted memory chip in the 1970s-era computer was causing the issue. The Tiger team managed to rewrite the software to bypass the faulty chip. After broadcasting the firmware upgrade over 24 billion kilometers, communication was restored. There's renewed hope that both Voyager probes will remain functional until at least their 50th anniversary in 2027. If Voyager 1 can last another decade, it will reach 200 astronomical units by 2035, which is 200 times the distance from Earth to the Sun, or about 30 billion kilometers away. Stoke Space, a pioneering startup, is making waves with their goal of building a fully reusable launch vehicle called Nova. Recently, they achieved a major milestone by successfully test-firing a new engine that could transform space access. The Nova engine uses a full-flow staged combustion design, which offers greater efficiency and a longer lifespan. This design is crucial for achieving the high thrust-to-weight ratios needed for reliable, reusable, and efficient launch vehicles. Currently, only the SpaceX Raptor engine shares this advanced design. The test lasted 2 seconds, with the engine producing 50% of its rated thrust. This was to demonstrate the engine's ability to start up and shut down successfully and to test its performance under different conditions. This successful test is a significant milestone for Stoke Space, marking the first time they've tested a full-flow staged combustion engine. In a recent interview, Stoke CEO, Andy Lapsa, highlighted that the test happened just 18 months after the company began designing the engine. He expressed confidence in the technology, suggesting that high-performance engines like the Nova will make lower-performing variants obsolete over time. He also emphasized the importance of this achievement, saying, I think it's an essential technology mountain to climb, and I'm really excited to be on that mountain. This breakthrough cannot be overstated. The widespread adoption of reusable launch technology has the potential to drastically reduce the cost of accessing outer space. Looking ahead, Lapsa shared that Stoke Space aims to begin orbital test flights in 2025 and hopes to accelerate this schedule if possible. However, the timeline depends on when they can start work on their launch site at Cape Canaveral's Launch Complex 14, which was allocated to them by the US Space Force last year. The future looks promising for space exploration, with such advancements on the horizon.